Shalom, giving all praise to Yahweh Shemel Shai Ba'Shem Rakah Kodash Wa Shalom to the hopeful elect out there. I'm going to title this video, You Have to Know Root Words in order for you to fully understand the scriptures. And I was going to do a video on root words, going to certain root words, which I may do in this video. Let's see where the spirit takes me. I didn't put nothing together. But I did a video on this particular video that E37 Ministries headquarters, Army, also known as Army of Israel, Maharaka, which he goes way back to the One West days. When he came in, he was a kid. You know, he was a youngster, a kid. When I say kid, very young man, along with Zabak, which is Priest Zabak and Priest Danyala. All those youngsters came in around about the same time. Now, myself, Barak, the HODC, General Yohana, just to name some that name of these, putting these names out that you're familiar with. We all came in at the same time. Barak came in a couple months before I did. I came in, and then Yohana came in a couple of months after. He came in the summer. I came into the spring of '85. General Yohana, as he goes by, his title is, he came in, I would say sometime in June, but he came in the summer. And there was a number of other brothers that kind of came in. We were like all pairs that you don't see. Some of them passed on, you know, in the spirit world and so forth. Some of them are still alive, but we don't know what they're doing. But anyway, I was watching this video again, and I'm at the 26:17 mark of a 6-hour video. So I'm going to let you get down, and I'm going to let you listen. Get down. I'll let you listen. So Maharaka is you know, I guess after the whole grape thing with Brother Polite coming down to 34th and 7th, Sarnetta was down there before us, and he said, can I invite Brother Polite to come down? I said, yeah, brother, yeah, invite him down. I'm looking forward to meeting him. He came down, you know, had a good build. It was all love, but we were sincere. These guys really wasn't sincere. They just wanted to get me on camera saying that the grape thing, so he can put it on the debate, and he wound up doing that to kind of make us look bad. But now he's facing charges for doing what he said we shouldn't be doing. The thing that he accused us of, he's actually on trial for. So isn't that how ironic? So anyway, let me just let you listen. And then I didn't know that I might be doing videos on this because there's a lot of 6 hours worth of stuff. I haven't seen the video. So I'm watching more into the video, and then Divine Prospect is on. And he's asked the same question by Sarnetta. And I believe that they're at Morningside in New York, in Manhattan, and Harlem. Anyway, so let me let you listen. Let's see where the spirit takes me.
Understand. You don't want to read it. No, you read it when I'm done. Ooh. And again,
Isaiah Ives. There it is. Okay. So I'll read from verse 14, Isaiah 13, verses 14 through 16, and you tell me if this is what you're looking for. It says, and it shall be.
No, he's not. You're going to find out if God's telling them to do it. Watch.
Yes, the Bible is saying women are going to be raped. But my question to you now is, where in that chapter does it say that the
just admitted that it
Okay.
don't matter. God is telling y'all to do.
There it is. Okay. So my fault. So let me say this. Okay. So he's taking them Isaiah 13 and 12. You showed that clip, Sonetta. All right. So I want to show you ask Zion Lex the same thing. So let me go to Zion Lex before I even go and do my thing. I'm gonna show Zion Lex, right? Hold on. So remember, he said
He meant to say divine prospect, not Zion elect, but he corrected himself.
that's not rape. Daniela said that's not rape. Okay. So let's get this other brother here.
Remember what I told y'all? When y'all deal with these scriptures, you gotta, if you have a car, you got a trunk, open the trunk, put your emotion in the trunk and close the goddamn trunk, and turn the car off, and then go into the house. Leave your emotions in the trunk or leave your emotions at home. This is not for the emotional. And if you're emotional, just go ahead and be a Christian, man. Because Christians are emotional.
Yeah, right here. Zion Lex.
Now we got to.
Now Zion Lex, I don't think I ever met the brother.
Let me just say this here about divine. This is divine prospect. Like I said, Maharakar corrects himself and says, "Oh, that's divine prospect." Now this man is supposed to be trained. He I don't know what theological cemetery he went to, but he did say one time he was trained in a theological seminary. I don't know if he graduated, got a master's degree. I don't know if he's a spy. I don't know. Yeah, cool brother overall. But he did say that he was, I forget what, I don't remember what video. This was years ago. Heard him say at one time he was involved with some form of theological cemetery. Remember, I said cemetery, not seminary. So if he comes on and says no, I'll say okay, I'll stand corrected. But I do remember you actually saying it, because you went into the Hebrew, you don't know the precepts, so you learned it from somewhere. Anyway, let's move on. See, now we're in the stage we analyze stuff. We're more analytical with these things. So, we teach the scriptures, but we go into it a lot of people, different groups and Israelite groups and Christians say, and we scrutinize and analyze and, check out what's up. Anyway, let's listen on.
Brother, but I've heard the brother do a lot of debates and things like that. So he's a teacher, you know what I'm saying? He's respected, whatever the case is. So I got nothing ill to say about the man at all, right? But I know that he's supposed to be, a scholar in scripts and stuff like that. You do a lot of debates. All right, so when I stumbled on it, I was like, it was interesting to hear his perspective, right? So let's hear the perspective again. So according to Priest Daniel, that me and him came up together in the truth, he don't see that as rape. So, okay, let's see what Zion Lex says here.
Deal with this right here, man. The most controversial stuff that's going on right now. Okay. The polite situation. Would you like? I know you don't want to deal with that, but all right, you don't want to deal with the polite situation. Okay, we move past that.
So I'll deal with it after everything is done.
See that?
When that's done.
Why do you think that's smart to do?
Because according to my culture.
Okay, so you have Nepal Shadash put in the comment. He knew that was a couple verses down from what he needed. Laugh out loud, shout out, and respect to Priest Danyala. So, yeah, because Sudnet has told him to go to what is that? Exodus? Is that Exodus? Exodus 22 and 6. He said 19. It was 16. I think it's Exodus, yeah. And that's different from Deuteronomy 22. Because they say Deuteronomy 22 and 8, he enticed the girl to lay with him. No, That's Exodus 22 and 16.
Sir,
Uh-huh.
I have to wait till a matter plays out before I speak on it.
Woo! Beautiful,
I'm
bro.
not gonna jump out the window or anything, whether the person is guilty or not. I gotta let the courts decide. You know what I'm saying? And then after that, then we can give commentary on that.
Man,
And
I
that's
agree
why
with
we
you
defeated
100%.
as a people.
That's
The main subject that they're supposed to be talking about is end time prophecies and whether you're gonna make it or not. And if you take that charagma, none of these people talk about the charagma. It's like a touchy subject. The charagma, the MOTB, the mark of the beast. You know, if you called in and asked about the MOTB, they smirk and well, that happened to Captain Zariak what's the brother, the young brother's name? I haven't been watching him in a while because I used to subscribe to him somehow. They took him off my subscription, whatever. Damn. Can't even remember his name. Damn, I was watching him the other day. Hassan, Poppy Hassan, Hassan, Poppy Hassan, or whatever. He did a thing with this was maybe 9 months ago or so. I don't know, maybe a year, more like 9 months. And Hassan, Poppy Hassan, whatever his name is, however you say it. He had mentioned the MOTB and about the chip. And you can see that Captain Tazari got shook up by it. See, we don't get shook up by that thing. When they asked for the chip, we said, well, if you watch our videos, we did countless videos on that subject. You can watch any of our videos. But in a nutshell, it's the charagma, it's the MC hip. And we'll say we don't get all flabbergasted and knocked out of, knocked to the side and all that, shook up. But these guys do because they don't know how to answer it because they got to keep that lie going. Now, whether they sincere or not, I don't know. I can't read their minds, But we got it right. And that's the main subject y'all should be talking about. What is the MOTB? Because ultimately, that's going to be the game changer. That's going to be the game changer as to whether or not you're going to make it. As to whether or not you're going to make it. If you're an Israelite, if you're one of the elect. If you take it, you're not one of the elect. One of the elect, now they'll accept death before taking it. We spoke about that. He said, look, some of us are going to be put to death. So guess what? Get your mindset ready for getting put to death or being locked down. So let's listen. Please forgive me. I keep, me, brothers and sisters. You know how I roll. You know how we do.
It's a smart move.
We are obsessed with gossip so much so that we're willing to jump out there just to get clout before we allow matter to play out. And that's why we're in the position that we're in as a people. You know what I mean? So we need a little more patience.
Oh man, look at that. Grown, mature answer, man. All right, but now check this out.
Yep, what's up?
Deuteronomy 22:28 is a very controversial, and so is Deuteronomy 21 and 12. Okay. Speak to us about how important those laws in the Torah are today, and would you say that those two laws,
and they don't apply now? If an Israelite group is applying these laws, they're gonna get locked up. They're gonna be thrown under the jail. You can't apply these laws in this system.
definitely define rape.
Define rape.
Yes.
Man. All right, give me again. What are they?
All right. Deuteronomy 22 to 28.
22.
First, let me ask you, are you familiar with the brother Maharaka? He got.
But you got to understand, in the ancient world, women's rights were very limited. Women didn't have too much say. A woman couldn't decide what a man that she liked. She couldn't decide, I want to get with this man. She did not make the decision. It was her father, not even her mother. It was her father. Normally it was the father and the mother got together, but the mother was following the father. The father said, you're going to marry this guy, or you're going to marry this guy's son, or I'm going to sell you to this Israel, because Hebrew Israelites, men, sold their daughters to other Hebrew Israelite men or Israelite men for money, for silver. And they can either take the woman, whether she liked the man or not. She had no say in the matter because she had limited rights as a woman. Men had far more rights than women, but they did have some rights the Most High gave them. If a father, which is an Israelite, had a beautiful daughter, that was like a business. He would say, I'm going to have you, I'm going to sell you to this man right here, which is another Israelite. And he's going to either make you a servant for life, or he's going to say, you're going to be my wife, whether you like it or not. Or I think you'd be a good wife for my son. Now, in the ancient world, your father got you a woman, a beautiful woman, and you were relatively young. You could be as young as 12, 13 years old and get a woman. Because that's when you change, when you're 12, 13 years old. So back in the ancient world, you had young women, 12, 13. When they hit puberty, that's when the father started looking for a man that she can get with. Either he'll sell a woman, or he'll set up something with two Hebrew men, that Israelite men that know each other, and they're well-to-do. And this man has a handful of daughters and sons, and this other Hebrew, this Israelite has sons and daughters, and the father of the daughter, the girl, the Hebrew girl, would be father A, daughter A, and to father B and son B. And he would say that this would be a good couple. They're about the same age. So we're going to bring them together. And like in the case of Rebecca, Isaac and Rebecca, Isaac never never knew. Talk about love at first sight. When the servant of Abraham brought not Sarah, but Rebecca to Isaac, she never saw Isaac, and Isaac never saw her. And when he saw her, he got turned on. He got aroused. He lusted after her. There's nothing wrong with lusting, as long as you don't lust after another man's wife. And she said, if you go to the story, who is this man? This is my master's son. And in not so many words, that's going to be your husband. She had no problem with it, because she was trained as a young woman to be under the man. Give you a perfect example. The first coming to America in Zamunda, the woman was trained in every way to serve the Prince of Zamunda, right? Whatever you like. Now I had a chick I used to deal with, and we used to role play, I would say, what do you like to eat? She said, whatever you like. This is what movie you want to go see? Whatever movie you like. We used to play. I used to crack up, But that's how it was. Rebecca was trained up to for this man, and they never saw each other. And immediately, there were no marriages, there were no party, no celebrations. It's a celebration. I had to throw that in, inside joke. He took her into the tent and popped her. And he got over his depression. Oh, this chick that the chick that said whatever you like. She was like a jump off from a woman I was engaged to. And when I got with her, I was a little depressed. I mean, you get a little depressed. You spend X amount of years, you break. And she was depressed too when we broke off. When I got this chick, my depression was over. It was over. You know what I'm saying? And so the same thing happened because prophets get depressed too. You know, the high priests get depressed too. Apostles get depressed too, you know. But so that's how it was. He saw her and he just pulled in the tent, popped her, and then his depression for his mother, Sarah, was over the day that he popped her. That's a medicine. Sex is a medicine, man. It truly is a medicine. The Most High made a man he designed a man's body to deal with a woman. He designs a woman's body to deal with a man. The inner workings of a woman and a man are designed to be, which is nature. The Apostle Paul spoke about against nature. See, this is what Esau does, which is the devil. If you pass laws saying it's all right to be that, the alternate lifestyles, if you can't see this man as a devil, then guess what? You're the devil. And you're going to take that chip and you're going to be destroyed. And Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is getting ready to destroy this place utterly. And then they're going into slavery. You heard that, Vocab Malone? You heard that? You better hope like hell you're not an Edomite. You better hope you're a light-skinned Hamite. Because if you were Edomite, well, even if you were Hamite, we still gonna be on. We still gonna do you what we're gonna do. We're gonna rent you out, man. We're gonna rent your ass out. You're gonna get rented. Anyway, let me listen. Please, let's listen. Please forgive me for my ranting. I'm in a ranting mood.
The Dresden is here.
Sounds familiar. Yeah,
he
My bad. Not Zion Lex, Divine Prospect. My bad, excuse me. Thank you, Nepal. Appreciate that. All right, let's go.
He's one of the founding fathers of FOPE, FOPE.
Oh, yeah.
The brother with the Dresden is here.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I asked him, and he agreed that, yeah, that is right. That the Most High did condone it. So that's why I'm giving.
I see Divine's head shaking like that because he forgot to put his emotion in the trunk. Same thing with Priest Dunyala. He forgot to put his emotions in the trunk. That's a title for you, Apostle Rhyme or Apostle Gabar. Don't forget to leave your emotions in the trunk. Leave your emotions at home when you come around. When you come around here. Leave your emotions at home when you come around here. I'm bugging out. I'm high on this water. I don't drink liquor.
Giving it to you.
All right, so I got you.
Deuteronomy
So
22, 28.
This is a pop-up quiz from Sarnetta.
Right.
So that means I didn't come here with a plan or anything.
That's right. All of it.
Pop-up quiz.
That's why I'm giving it to you. Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
The brother with he's one of the founding fathers of FOPE, FOPE.
Oh, yeah.
The brother with the Dresden is here.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I asked him, and he agreed that, yeah, that is right. That the Most High did condone it. So that's why I'm giving it to you.
All right, so I got.
That's emotions, man. And you know what's ironic is a goddamn shame. Evelyn Champagne King. Shame. She did a song called Shame. That's when I was boxing back in 81, 82. Evelyn Champagne King did a song called Shame. Well, it's a damn shame that a woman, Israelite woman, have to correct these men that have been in Israel for years, for decades. It's a damn shame. And really, you got Sarnetta can see it because she taught Sarnetta the scriptures. She showed him the scriptures. Now, I don't know if she watched our videos and followed us, or she watched our videos and said, well, let me double check that, like the Church of Berea, but it's a low down, dirty shame that you got a woman got it correct, and these men don't got it correct. And see, Maharaka, he got it because he looked at it. He took the emotions and put it in the trunk and looked at it and said, yep, they're right.
Gotcha.
This is not the subject. Hold up. This is not the subject you're supposed to be on. The subject that you're supposed to be on is, how do you know you're going to be delivered or delivered with a T? And what's the MOTB about? Because there's going to be a big shakeup when they actually set up them Charagma stations, and you're going to be running to your high priests and your generals and your bishops and your high priests and so forth and leaders, and you're going to be asking them a question. They ain't going to have the answers. They ain't going to know how to explain it. Some of them going to go ahead and take it. Man. You got to eat. Go ahead and take it. You got to eat and your kids got to eat. Famous quote. Because they're not going to admit that GMS is, if they say no, shouldn't take it is. Oh, so they're going to say, oh, so GMS was right. Maybe we should get with GMS. Maybe we should change our name to GMS. GMS was always right. Forgive me for my rant. Let's move on.
Which from Sonetta.
Right.
So that means I didn't come here with a plan or anything.
That's right.
I mean?
All of this is like organic.
Go ahead. There you go. Right. All right. So 22 what?
22,
Chapter
28.
22 and verse 28.
Yes.
All right. I will show you context is king, son.
Yeah, so you can go up a little more to get the content.
All right. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Oh, brother, you got the mic on.
I got you. Just want to make sure. I don't want you to cut nothing. Don't cut nothing. Son.
Never.
I know you for years. All right. So let's go to let's do verse 25 first.
Go ahead.
And I'm gonna read something to you in the context I most people miss. Let me see if you catch it.
Now, you know what? As you're going in, you can break it down as well.
Oh yeah, I got you.
Go ahead.
Yeah, this is on the fly teaching, right?
Okay.
He's coming like a used car salesman. Watch it. He's coming like a used car salesman.
So verse 22, right? And it says, but if it
And this conversation been going on. You mean to tell me you didn't look into it? It's like you got pride. Nobody ever possessed. Look, this has been out for a couple of years, man. So you should have read it already and been ready, just in case somebody roll up and ask me, you know.
in the open country, let me see if I'm paying attention.
Open country has nothing to do with it, man. What the hell are you talking about?
In the open country, a man meets a young woman who is betrothed, and the man seizes her and lies with her, then only the man who lay with her shall die. But you should do nothing to the young woman. She has committed no offense punishable by death. For this case is like that of a man attacking and murdering his neighbor, because he met her in the open country, and though the betrothed young woman cried for help, there was no one there to rescue. What word do I keep emphasizing?
Yeah, it says open country, country, because if it happens around people, he's not gonna take her clothes off in front of a bunch of people. He's gonna do it when nobody, stop her. But the thing is, if she screamed help, and it's the judges established, well, she screamed help, that means she wasn't with it. There's some cases where the man roll up on a woman and she ain't screaming, she like it. She go from don't stop to don't stop, don't stop. From don't stop to don't stop.
Stop.
Patrol.
No.
Patrol.
No.
Which one?
Location.
Okay.
What's the location? I'm gonna say it again. But if in the open country, you understand? So you ever lived in open country before?
No.
Matter of fact, where was that? We was we in Atlanta? We was driving out in the boondocks.
Yes.
And you was getting scared thinking the KKK was gonna pop out.
No, I was.
Yes,
No,
you
my,
was. Yes, you was.
I didn't get scared of that. I was losing air. I was losing air.
There ain't no more KKK, man. The KKK and federal agents, man. Them men, I've been all down south. I got people down south. Them crackers is, man, them Edomites down there treat me better than Jake up here in the north. Man, I felt right at home. Down in Georgia, down in Florida. KKK. KKK, That's them federal agents, man, a KKK, and try to bring them up. You know, Esau down there suffering from the guilt trip, man. Like I said, I'm gonna say it again. Them Edomites, so-called Edomites, it could be Jake's, they treated me better than Jake up here in the north.
Yes, shit.
Yeah, to hold this man down. Anyway, so in an open country out in the field, imagine if something happens to a woman and there's little to nobody around that she can't go.
That's why you rape somebody. You take them where a lot of people ain't around, so there's no witnesses.
And saying, hey, this man did that. So in an open country, you don't have a lot of people there to scream and ask for assistance or for aid if something like that happens. That's number one.
Peace, brother.
Let's take a look at the word that's used.
Shalom, Mark. I was pausing for a second while you
Peace,
came in.
shalom.
Shalom.
Yes, sir.
So I wanted to address a couple of things.
Where you think he got Shalom from? He got it from the GMS. I'm just playing, but he did get it from the GMS. That's the famous among GMS. Not Shalom, but Shalom.
You know, I was thinking about it during the week because I saw FOPE, and that didn't motivate me. I was gonna do it anyway.
Oh, you seen them this week? You seen them?
They was talking about Elder Barak, something like that, and then I was mentioning there at the 44-minute mark. You know what I'm saying? But the brothers saying they're gonna address the issue, whatever. They so busy they can't do it.
FOPE are little children. They're little kids. They're not on no level. They got with Barak and them, and Barak didn't put them guys in order. They got with Barak and them for a year or two. Then they did their own thing. And then they disappeared for about a year and some change. They wasn't speaking and doing nothing. Then they came up with a whole different doctrine. You only can be Judah. I mean, all the tribes are Negroes. So they completely changed the thing around. The Most High's not dealing with them, man. They're novices. What the hell do they know? What the hell do they know? Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
But they was live.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I said, okay. I was looking at your page. I said, let me go over here and let's talk about this again. You see what I'm saying? I want to talk about this because it's these brothers are strong brothers in the truth, right? In the Hebrew Israelite community. But for some reason,
they're renegades. They're not strong brothers in the truth. They're doing their own thing. They some young boys learned 3 scriptures and now they're running with it, man. Them guys ain't on no level. All right? They ain't on no level, period.
They just getting stuck on these points, man. And I'm like, and I just saw the Daniela joint. I know I saw him on your channel the other day, but I ain't really watched it. I saw his wife up there, so I tried to click through it, but I ain't see a part where you was asking the question, so I just let it go. Then as I was just chilling here, I said, oh, there it go. And I saw the other video when you had him and Captain Tell Lies on the joint. You know what I'm saying?
And you know why I had to do it again? Because.
By the way, he said Captain Tell Lies. He's talking about Captain Tazariak. And Captain Tazariak also is against the grape thing. Okay? And he's a well-studied man. He should know. He should know. He should stop and study. Study getting emotional. Like, what's her name? What the hell is that fine chick? It's super fine Philly from Boys, what is it? Boys in the Hood when she was young. The hell is her name? God damn, I forget. She fine too. How can I forget her name? She fine. Damn. Can't even remember her name. I can always forget her name. It'll come back to me. Nia Long. She said, one of the movies, she said, I am emotional. That's what you guys are getting. Emotional. Emotions are of women. Women are emotional. Their spirit, derives from an emotional state. You guys are not supposed to be emotional. Even Bruce Lee, which he's a Jake, Judite too. Bruce Lee said, emotional content, not anger. He said that in Enter the Dragon. He smacked the guy on the head. He said emotional content, meaning you got to control your emotions. Start getting emotional.
I spoke to my wife and she caught me and she said, I had him. She said, yo, you had him, son, but you let him get you because Daniel Allah knew all he had to do was keep reading and they would have went right into it. So that's why I had to do a new one.
Right.
So
Right.
when she showed and taught me that scripture,
Priest Daniel Allah, cool brother. I love that brother. But he caught up in his emotions, like my man, Divine Prospect. And Divine Prospect, you should be ashamed of yourself. Like they say down south, you should be ashamed of yourself. I'm having a little fun. I'm having a little fun with this. There's no law against having fun.
I was like, oh shit, hold up, you were right. Remember, they always say a woman can't teach you nothing in the Bible. A man can always be the teacher. So I'm proving them wrong on that part right there. You see, you got to lower your ego. Sometimes women can be smarter than men when it comes to the Bible. Now,
But now in the part, I wonder where she got it from. Did she got it from the leadership, the men of GMS, from the leadership on down? Or did she say, okay, the leadership of GMS said that. I already knew that. You know, they're preaching to the choir. Or let me go and see it, because that doesn't make no sense. For GMS, is not like that. They're pretty much straightforward. They're not going to make a statement like that. Why would they make a foolish statement like that? I don't know what the scenario is, but I guarantee you she went into the Hebrew and she looked up words and she came to the conclusion that, yes, it's right. I don't know how she got it. Maybe she knew it. I don't know. You got to ask her. And see, this is the wrong subject. The subject that should be coming up is how we go. This place is going to be destroyed by way of thermonuclear destruction. And you should be concerned about how you're going to be saved. All right? That's what the prophets say that. Don't worry about the wicked, but worry about the righteous and how the righteous are going to be saved. I'm merely paraphrasing. Somebody can put it in there. That's in the Apocrypha. So let's listen on. Let's listen on.
Paul Shaddah is definitely way smarter than me when it comes to this goddamn Bible.
Yeah, because you're a parrot right about now when it comes to this subject. She didn't show you these. See, you came up against us. But until a woman came and showed you it, now you see it. Come on, man. You didn't see it when GMS said it.
He knows these scriptures. You know, how could I deny that? Anybody knows that. You know, I would be a fool to say, no woman can't teach me no Bible. You know, that would be crazy. Even Mikhail said his queen taught him. A woman taught him. You know who I'm talking about, right? The brother that's in the wheelchair. Oh man, what's his name? Mikhail. Out of Chicago.
Paul Shaddah should tell you about the MOTB. What is her take on that? She should tell you guys the MOTB is coming and what's your take on that? That should be the subject, man, about getting out of here. Because if you keep with this nonsense, this comedic nonsense, this Moorish nonsense, this Islamic, whatever it is, anything that's not of what we're teaching in Israel, and the number one group is GMS. And Sarnetta says it all the time. He said the number one group is GMS. And I'm going to say this, the number two group is Sakari. But Sakari goes off on certain things. But they study and they go into the, what you call, then you got the rest of them. They got to line up. IUIC is it's a church. It's nothing but a church. Nathaniel's nothing but a pastor. You know, he's nothing but a pastor of a mega church. And they just happen to know that they're Israelites. He ain't no different than T.D. Jakes. He just knows he's an Israelite. That's it.
I gotta see his face.
Yeah. He said a woman taught him. So
I mean, women. I mean, when we say women should not be teaching, me like they're leading a congregation and being the head of a congregation or a church, and there's men in there as well. Now, there's three brothers that came in the truth because they women heard the truth.
Just for the record, ain't no woman taught me a damn thing. Ain't no woman pulled me to the side and said, well, this is how you break down the scripture. Ain't no woman taught me a damn thing. And the Most High, the flock of the Most High's pastor are men, not women. So this is coming from the men. Yahushua gathered 84 men, not 40 men and the rest of them are women, all right? He gathered men. This is about men. The Most High is dealing with men.
And they told them about the truth. It was showing them what they knew. So in that aspect, of course, if you with the woman, or even if you're not with the woman, and she shared the information to you, she have taught you something for you to go and read.
Only thing a woman or a sister could do is prophesy, meaning Acts, Joel 2, Acts 2, meaning have a dream and say, I saw this in a dream. And the husband or the leaders of the church might say, well, that wasn't a dream. That was actually a vision. And that's the Most High talking to us through you. It doesn't mean that a woman's supposed to go out there and prophesy, meaning speak on the street. That means she had a dream. She had a vision. That's the only time she can speak. Other than that, shut up.
Research it even more. You know what I'm saying? It's just
talk with me and have a discussion about this Shaka Boo Doc guy and his friend.
But that's you. So yeah. So I want to highlight some of these things and I want to show that your rebuttal on that Isaiah 13, but you was going at, what's the elder brother name? What's the elder brother? Apostle. Yeah, he was stumbling and fumbling all over the place on that. You know what I'm saying?
When are you going to come out and be honest, though, brother? You know, me and Nepal did teach you that scripture, bro.
Oh, you did not teach me that.
I'm gonna dig up your stuff. I'm gonna go back and dig up your.
You ain't gonna find it because
and you gets us at one point talking about what are they talking about? Yeah,
Sonetta, my title was to show the debate with Jeremiah Judah.
When did this great doctrine subject come up with GMS? So mention GMS. That's where it came up. When Polite asked us the question, that's when it came up. That's where the whole controversy started with the men of GMS, starting from the leadership on down.
I have it up here. Okay. And I was for the debate with Nepal and Judah. Jeremiah Judah going at it.
Well, I'm gonna get ready to teach you something else, Muhammad.
You see,
I can teach you
how she presented it. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
You know damn well. I already saw a piece. I saw her first round. She ain't presenting nothing. I mean, I ain't saying she ain't presenting nothing. She's not presenting it like I'm presenting. Because I'm bringing
something. I'm gonna show you.
Mahara Khan saying that he presented it better than GMS because GMS didn't explain it right. What part did we not explain right? Oh, he said we're going to be raping 12-year-old girls in the kingdom. Never said that. Never said that. Because we're going to have women readily coming to us in the kingdom. We're not going to have to go out and rape nobody. And rape is something to be frowned upon because it's not of the norm. It's outside of the norm. A man's not going to talk to a man's father and see his daughter and say, oh, I like your daughter. You know, I'm going to rape her. No, you didn't do that. So the man would hide the daughter. It just so happens if a man sees a woman and she looked good and he gets aroused and he said, are you married? They showed you that in the movie, the original Color Purple with this guy, the Danny Glover character. And they showed you the man he sold his daughter to Danny Glover in the movie. That was Israel right there. That was Israel. That showed you that they're Israelites.
I'm not going to lie on the part of all my people.
Listen, I'm going to teach you something else with this Bible, and you might be in denial at first. But when I tell you that Yahweh, God, sanctioned.
Where did he get Yahweh from? Why are you calling Yahweh? He knows that the truth, and that's a motherfucking shame to the IUIC. That's why Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is going to destroy the IUIC because they're a bunch of damn demons. There's sincere brothers in there, and them sincere brothers gonna come out of her, man. Gonna mention Yahweh. Where you hear Yahweh from? You either heard it from GMS or the ISUPK, because the ISUPK do say Yahweh while Yahweh Shai. Maharakat does say Yahweh while Yahweh Shai. So you had to have got it first from GMS or the ISUPK. So I'm giving some credit to the ISUPK. I normally don't do that, but they get some credit.
And then, what you gonna say if I told you that your God, when I say your God, I'm talking about the God of the Israelites, sanctioned, hand them over to be great? What you gonna say when I tell you that? What you gonna say, Mahar?
I don't condone rape of any kind. Yeah, because you're caught up in your emotions. You're probably from the church. Biggest mistake that IUIC made, the biggest blunder, look the word blunder up, that's an Edomite word. The biggest blunder that the IUIC made was blitzing them churches, and they almost got shot.
When I tell you, I'm closing. What you gonna say, Maharakah, when I tell you that Yahweh created homosexuality?
Well, he's true. He's right on that. He's right on that. Read Romans chapter 1, 25th verse on down. If you a Mo, the Most High made you a Mo. I'm saying it again. I didn't stutter. If you a Mo, the Most High made you a Mo so he can destroy you.
I heard you ask that question before, brother. I mean, the Most High created all things. It's a spirit. It's a reprobate spirit.
Yeah, Maharakah. He said it right. He said the spirit is a reprobate spirit. Who's the father of the spirits? The Most High. Did you know that the Most High's one of his names was Alashadya, which means devil god? Did y'all know that? Alashadya, he was known as Alashadya, Almighty. The word Almighty in Genesis before the name Yahweh was given. They knew about Yahweh before Moses was given a name. Okay, because it was Leah that named one of her sons, Yahweh, which means thank you, Yahweh, or praise Yahweh, or Yahweh thanks. But he was also known as God Almighty. In the Hebrew is Alashadya, Allah meaning God or power, and Shadya meaning demon God. His name was demon God or devil God. He was the god of the devils. He's the father of spirits on the right-hand side and the left-hand side. Satan is employed by Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai. He's a part of that order. He's the Vince McMahon on high. Remember, what makes the WWE, WWF great is because you have the two sides, right? You have the bad guy and the good guy. Guess what? They both get paid by Vince McMahon. So the Most High is the Vince McMahon on high.
All right, brother. Yeah, you listening. You learning, brother.
And this clown right here acting like he's teaching somebody. He acting like he's over all of us. This subject that you're talking about started with GMS and Brother Polite.
I'm not going to be disingenuous with the script of the Most High. We cannot sit there and say the Lord created evil, create good, and the Lord created everything. He created all spirits.
Right. Okay.
He created all spirits. So yeah. if you're engaging in that in your mind and thinking about looking at a man, right, and you're entertaining that spirit, then the Lord allow that spirit to take over your ass. Now you have a reprobate fucking homosexual goddamn spirit. Everything begins in the spiritual realm.
Get down, Maharakah. Hey, there's a video. It's up there. If somebody could get it, I had it. I didn't save it. It's this dude, this demon floating around, running and floating at the same time. And there's this Jake looking into a car window, and the demon's kind of watching him, right? And then you can see the demon watching him from across the street. So the Jake, he looks around, he busts the window, and he grabs something from the car, and he runs. And as soon as he runs, the demon runs right with him, showing you what? The demon was influencing, man, influencing him in the mind. Them parasites that you got in your system are nothing but demons. When you have a taste for something sweet, that's them demons. That's not you wanting the sweets. It's the demons that want the sweets. Those parasites, if you take a microscope of these parasites in your system, you would get grossed out. They have eyes, they have teeth. They're actual demons in your system, man. And they influence your mind. You have two brains. You have the brain in your forehead and you got the brain in your stomach. 80% of your immune system is in your stomach. Everything begins from the stomach, from the belly. It speaks about wine for thy stomach's sake and thy often infirmities, because it works with your immune system, which is your belly, your digestive system.
Played out in the physical. Everything that you do is a thought. It's a thought that's coming through the spiritual realm. The scripture said your words are spirits. You see what I'm saying? So that's nothing hard to understand. Brothers just don't want to be real. That's just what it is. That's just what it, even with this situation here. Now the brother said, I don't condone rape. Okay, under no circumstances. Okay, that's fine. That's your.
I don't condone it either. I'm just saying it happens. And there's a law behind it. There's a punishment. The punishment is you got to give the father 50 shekels of silver and you can't divorce her. How many women have you had in your life where you got tired and she got fat or whatever? She ain't looking, she growing whiskers. Shalom whiskers, inside joke. That's for Apostle Rival. Hi whiskers. You got women that grow whiskers, right? When it get to, yeah, you ain't feeling it no more, man. Well, guess what? If you raped her back when she was looking good, 20, 30 years later, she start growing whiskers, she's fat, she sound like a truck driver, right? You got to still deal with this woman. So it's not a wise thing to grape a woman. But if you do grape a woman, you don't get put to death if she's not engaged. It's simple. It's easy work.
Opinion, right? Okay, but when we read war rules, and I keep saying this, war rules, right? Rape happens in war. I don't give a damn what damn ancient teeth.
And the woman and what the other nation that you get, Deuteronomy 20, 21 and 10 on down, a couple of verses down, 12 verses is the main verse. Start from the 10th verse. When you take down another nation, you kill the father, you kill the mother. You can kill the woman, the daughter, but you can say she looked good. She got a fat ass. She looked good as hell or something. It's gonna be. That's what booty's all about. That's what spoil is all about. Spoil is not just gold, silver, and garments and things, and incense and so forth, and oils and things of value. It's also the woman. It's also the woman. That's spoil. It spoils. That's why they call it. They call spoils booty. The pirates used to call it booty. Now, what does the word? Look up the word booty. In the ancient world, booty is spoils. So, what is a woman? A woman is a spoil. She's a booty because she got a booty. That's a spoil right there. But when you take that woman, you can't touch her, you can't rape her, you can't do nothing for a month. Got to let her mourn. You take off the clothes of her captivity, meaning the type of dress that she wore as a heathen. You got to put Hebrew Israelite garments on her. She got to come up under the law. She got to get fringes on and all that, and then she becomes your wife. It says she becomes your wife, and the word wife in the Hebrew just simply is ayasha. That's why you got to. That's why you got to go into root words. The word wife in the Hebrew is ayasha, which means woman. You have different status. You have your actual wife, and then you have your concubines. So you have women of different statuses. So after that, You go into her whether she likes you or not. She might have seen you chop her mother and her father head off. Well, that's too bad. You hit her enough times, she's gonna love you. She has some kids, and them kids are gonna be Israelite kids, children any damn way. Anyway, let me stop. So this is 39 minutes in, almost 39 minutes, 30 seconds in of a 6-hour video. I may come back to this. Anyway, with that, I'm gonna take a break. Shalom.